friends, it's Amy Day, the Keto Queen. It's hump day, whoop, 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 hump day, and I'm cooking in the kitchen, so I'm so excited. I have not cooked for the last 2 days because I have finished out my 60-hour keto reboot this morning. I am feeling wonderful and excited to be in the kitchen tonight. So we're making a delicious sounding meal. It's the first time I've ever cooked it, so I can't tell you how good it is until I taste it tonight. But we're making a lemon Parmesan chicken. Doesn't that sound amazing? Hey, Kathy, how are you? So I'm using chicken tenders because you guys know I prefer tenders over breast because they're easier and faster to cook. So that's what we're doing right now. I've got some chicken tenders, and all I've done so far is turn my oven on 400. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm sauteing, or I'm gonna call it flash frying. I'm gonna halfway cook my chicken tenders. So all I'm taking is some pepper. Let me put this over here so you can see. I got some pepper. We got some salt. Y'all know my preference is Redmond's real salt. And we've got some Italian seasoning. And this is what I'm seasoning my chicken with before we make our lemon Parmesan sauce. I'm making a mess with it. All right, so we're just gonna let these cook for a couple of minutes on each side since they are thin tenders. And then we're gonna move them over to a casserole dish because I do wanna put this in the oven just for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's pretty much gonna be cooked, especially with the chicken tenders. Guys, I gotta show you some exciting news. I've got more people in my backyard working finally. Look, my landscapers are out here. Yes, they're doing lots and lots of work. Lots and lots of work. So we're flattening out this a little better. We got this little we got this little retaining wall. He might not want to be on camera. Oh, he does want to be on camera. He's waving. So we've got this retainer wall, and we're going to put a big grill pad down here off the porch step. So we're excited. We're getting tons of landscaping done around the pool. I know that's fast, but I just want to show you guys. So excited to have workers here. This guy is doing a super great job. Super great job. So excited. I'm ready to be done so I can put my grill in the backyard and quit rednecking it. Like I say, we usually cook in my front driveway. So yes, if you drive by my house, normally our grill is in the front yard, grilling up a storm in the front yard. And that's okay, we've done it for years. This is the first time we've ever had a backyard, so I'm super excited to get that grill pad out there so we can cook and play and have fun and with all my family and friends in the backyard. So exciting. So look at these so far, man, they are looking good. We're just about halfway cooking these. It doesn't take long at all for chicken tenders. And we season them with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. And I'm just gonna let these cook for a couple of minutes. You'll see I have one more batch. And then we're gonna make this a lemon Parmesan sauce. So excited. And what I'm gonna do is take my lemon Parmesan chicken and I'm gonna lay it over a bed of riced zucchini. So I'm gonna show you how I do that as well. And normally I'll change it up a little bit and change the flavors out, but zucchini noodles, or what we call zoodles, are delicious. And I used to cook them all the time. It does take a little longer than riced zucchini, and it tastes the same. So I've really been enjoying some riced zucchini instead because I can do it just like that, just like that. So I love to cook just like that, right? I've got my oven on 400 for the chicken, and I also have my oven on 350 for my asparagus. Let me show you. So we have the asparagus laid out in the oven. If I can turn this around. Asparagus laid out in the oven. We just put it on a baking dish with avocado oil and salt and pepper, and we're just letting that cook. So I usually cook my asparagus until it's the softness I like. Everybody likes their veggies different, right? So you can just cook it as long as you want to. I like mine wilted, and I like to be able to stick a fork through it. And when it comes out, I like to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese over top. You don't have to do that. Just salt and pepper and avocado oil makes those asparagus taste delicious. So what are you guys doing for dinner tonight? If you finished your fast like me, I'm sure you're excited to get busy in the kitchen. I'm really excited to get some good dinner. I've never made this recipe before, so it's the first time, and I'm excited to try it. As y'all can see, I'm excited. I'm excited all the time. All right, so I'm just going to flip this chicken over and see what it looks like. We're going to cook it a good halfway. I'll put some of these bigger pieces in the middle of my skillet. Now, I'm using chicken tenders because I like to cook fast, and chicken tenders goes really, really quickly. You can use chicken breast if you want to, thin breast, thick breast, I don't care. Just season you up some chicken with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. And we're going to wait on the sauce just a couple of minutes because it does not take long at all on the sauce. And I'm curious if you guys have any questions for me tonight as we're cooking. So if you have any questions related to keto or low carb dieting or anything related to recipes, any questions you have, honestly, just put them in the comments. I just finished my 60-hour keto reboot, which completely resets your metabolism, gets you deeper in ketosis. I didn't check my ketones this morning because I used my last strip last night. So I know I went from no ketosis because of my mother-in-law's birthday celebration to 0.07 or to 0.7 the next day. And this last night, before I went to bed, when I checked it, it was 2.1. So I definitely got deep in ketosis through my 60-hour reboot. I have no idea what it was today. It could have been even deeper than the 2.1. Either way, I feel amazing. I did break my fast today with some deviled eggs that my husband made for us this weekend. They were so good. And that fast break-in was delicious. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this first batch of chicken over here in my baking dish. I'll show it to you. And we're going to go ahead and start our second batch. I love fast, easy dinners. If you're new to my page, you're always going to see fast, easy dinners. If I ask you to buy more than 4 or 5 ingredients, then that's very unusual. I like to cook easy and quick. And to me, quick and easy means very few ingredients. Most ingredients I use all the time. So I don't go out and buy some special seasoning or special sauce for rare occasions. I usually use the same things over and over and over. All right, let's go ahead and put this chicken batch in. So I'm using butter to fry these tonight. You don't have to use butter. You can use avocado oil or olive oil. Anything you want really to make these chickens taste good. But because we're making a Parmesan, I always use butter. And we're going to take some Italian and salt and pepper to season our chicken. All right, and this is my first batch laid out in my baking dish. And we're just going to fill it up. I got about four or five more pieces cooking. So what are your plans for dinner tonight? I'm curious what you're doing. Janet says, do you post your recipes? I always post my recipes, Janet. I will post them after I taste the meal because I like to offer suggestions of changing it up a little bit. So every night after I do my videos, I will put a picture of my plated dinner with the recipe and any recommendations if I have any myself. Hey, Nicole, how are you? I see Mary Bledsoe on here. Sherry says rice zucchini. How do you do that? Really easy. Let me show you. I take my cheese grater. That's not it. I take my cheese grater and a zucchini. I cut off the end and cut it. Just shred it with my cheese shredder or my cheese grater into my skillet or whatever you're going to use. I usually use a thin skillet and just make the riced zucchini. And what I do is cook them in butter or oil, depending on what I'm doing. I'm making a Parmesan, so I'm going to cook mine in butter tonight. And after I start to cook it and it starts to get a little soft, I'll add a little bit of heavy cream to thicken it up with some mozzarella cheese or Parmesan cheese, maybe some oregano, salt and pepper. You can season it however you want to, and it's super, super good. Now tonight, that's going to be the base of my meal, so I'm already going to have some seasoning in my Parmesan sauce. So I may not put a whole lot in my zoodles tonight or my zucchini rice tonight. Nicole is doing chicken wings in the air fryer. That's always delicious. All right, guys, what are you doing for dinner tonight? I would love to know. I see a lot of friends. Louise, Sherry, is that Brianna? I like that name. I see lots of friends. I'm curious what you guys are doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly. And if you just finished an extended fast, I'd love to know how you feel. And I want to see if you have any questions. You guys have any questions? I want to make sure you all saw my encouraging post last night. I've had a lot of new friends send me messages, and they're so excited to get started. However, they're in their older ages. They may be, 65. Someone told me they were 72. I had somebody say they were 58. You know what? Age doesn't matter. Every one of us can make lifestyle changes. And I posted a picture of my aunt who's in her 70s, who has done an amazing job. She's lost over 60 pounds. Her doctor says that right now in her 70s, she's in the best health she's ever been as a patient of his, which has been years. And she feels great. She has come off medications because she has lost so much and feels so good. And I want to make sure you guys know, don't limit yourself on age. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can rock this lifestyle as long as you're willing and ready. That's the thing. You got to be willing and ready. It's not hard, but you still have to be ready. Just like anything in life, mind over matter, right? Your mind has to be ready. But once it is, you're going to do an amazing job. There are very few people I've talked to who say they are not successful with keto or low carb. And, we are all different. So I can't say that everybody's going to lose 60 pounds or 50 pounds. But I will say if you commit to this lifestyle, you will feel so much better. You'll feel so good. All right, that's our last chicken tender. So I've got my pan full of chicken, and now we're gonna make our sauce. So this is gonna be good. Gina says, how much weight is possible in 1 month? That is not a question I can answer, Gina, because we're all different. I would hate to give you a number and then you'd be very disappointed that you didn't reach that number. I'd hate to give you a number and then you way surpass it and be like, oh my gosh, and then everybody else think they're gonna meet your numbers. We're all different. A lot of us have insulin resistance, which will make weight loss slower no matter what you're doing. Some of us have disease that holds us back, you know, and no fault of anyone's, but we're all different. So I personally lost about 45 pounds in 5 months. I have friends who have lost over 100 pounds over a course of a year. My aunt lost about 50, 60 pounds in, 6 months. It just depends on you, your mindset, how much commitment you're giving. But the awesome thing, Gina, is after you have lost what you want, maintenance is totally possible. Like I have maintained, my mom has maintained, my aunt has maintained. I've got several friends who have maintained the inches and the fat loss they have. So that's an amazing thing about keto is you can definitely keep that off. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read some comments and they're funny. Okay, let's see. Chicken and cucumber, that sounds good. I see quesadillas on here. Clint says he loves baked fish sprinkled with a bit of Zatarain's crab boil seasoning. That sounds pretty good. Hey, Stephanie, I saw you jump on. Micah, Doris. So what are you guys doing for dinner tonight that's low carb or keto friendly? We're making a lemon Parmesan chicken. So I just fixed up my chicken. It's cooked about halfway through. As you can see that little red piece in there. We've got our oven on 400. And what I'm doing now is making our sauce that's going to go over the chicken. And it's going to bake, I'm not going to have to bake it long because I'm using chicken tenders. So I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter to start my sauce off. It's going to be yummy. We're going to melt this butter. And I'm also going to go ahead and add about 2 cups of chicken broth. Now you can use white wine if you want to. I'm using chicken broth. And we're going to do just about 2 cups, just under 2 cups of broth. Let me put this back on the hot eye. Guess we're just going to leave it over and get it cold. All right. Let me get this poured up. Just under 2 cups is what we want. I've got that butter melting in there with it. This plate out of my way. All right, let me get a spatula. We're going to scrape the bits from that chicken and the Italian seasoning that we had in the skillet a while ago. And we're going to cook this. I'm going to turn it on about medium heat. And we're going to cook this for about 5 to 6 minutes. So we want this chicken broth to really simmer, to really cook and get a little thick. Some people say chicken broth doesn't get thick. It does get a little creamy if you cook it long enough for about 5 to 6 minutes so it's not just total water. And then we're going to add our next ingredients for our lemon Parmesan. Gina says, I'm going to try my hardest and let you know. Girl, you can do it. Let me know if anyone on here needs getting started information. If you need information on getting started with keto, put info, or put getting started. Put getting started in the comments and I will send you some getting started information. For anyone who wants to know a little bit more about keto and how easy it is to get started, I only focus on simple things. That way everyone can be successful and everyone can be successful. Again, it's all about your mindset and if you're ready. If you're ready, guys, I'm ready to help you. I love helping people. It's so exciting when I get messages from someone who's lost their first 10 pounds or someone who's maintained, the first 2 months of the weight loss they've had. I love getting messages from people a year later telling me that they're so excited and happy that they found this page and they learned so many simple, easy recipes that their families love. I just love helping people. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Just let me know. Renee, I saw that and I will send you some information. Becky, I see that as well. I will send you guys some information. I promise you that. All right, so one secret of mine, and you will get this in your getting started information, is I love this drink product. I don't recommend it to, I don't recommend it. I don't require any of my friends to purchase anything from me to have my help. I'm here to help you no matter what. Everyone has different needs. I love this drink. It is an amazing drink. It's called Keto Nat. I think I might have one. Let me show you. Oh yes, I have one, and this is actually one of my favorite flavors is strawberry peach. This drink is amazing for anyone who wants to jumpstart, or someone who wants to break a plateau, or someone who just wants awesome daily health. This thing is amazing. It gives you so much energy, appetite control, better sleep, better mood, better focus. I mean, brain fog, gone. I've had friends cleaning their baseboards. They'll drink these and then send me messages saying, oh my God, I cleaned my baseboard yesterday. They're just awesome. So I personally use those because I love them, and I have a crazy lifestyle. Like, I own a business and we have 23 employees, and we're always busy and stressed and taking care of everyone and everything. So I have a crazy hectic life, and this drink along with my choices in food help me tremendously. So I will send you information on that as well. Let's see, Sherry says she's lost 14 pounds since the 1st of January. Oh my goodness. She says it's coming off slow. Sherry, that is okay, because we're all different. And I promise you, if you stick with it, you're not going to look back 5 months from now and say, what in the world did I do? What kind of decision did I make? You're going to look back 5 minutes from now and say, holy cow, look what I did in 5 months. Look how I feel in 5 months. Look at my clothes in 5 months. So Sherry, do not give up. You're doing great. Keep on going. I see that, Elaine. I will send you some information. Melody says, hey, Amy, made the baked cracked chicken. Oh my goodness, your family loved it. I'm so glad. I actually just found a piece in my refrigerator that I didn't know was there. If I knew it was there, I'd have been eating that for lunch one day. I thought my daughter ate it all up that night she come home late. But I still have one piece of cracked chicken, so I guarantee you it will be eaten tomorrow. All right, guys, we are in the midst of making our lemon Parmesan sauce. So I have 2 tablespoons of butter and almost 2 cups, just under 2 cups of chicken broth, just simmering over here. I need to turn it up actually a little bit. I want to get this bubbling, and we want to cook it for about 5 to 7 minutes. I've been talking, so I didn't watch that it wasn't bubbling. I want to turn that heat up just a little bit. I've got my chicken in my casserole dish. We're making this lemon Parmesan sauce, and then we're going to pour it over the chicken and let it cook for about 15-20 minutes in the oven. I about halfway cooked these chicken strips, and y'all know chicken strips cook really, really fast, so it won't take long at all. And as that's baking, I am going to make my riced zucchini, and it's going to be heavenly. And I'm going to pour this chicken and the Parmesan sauce over it. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited because I haven't eaten in 2 days. I finished my 60-hour reboot, and I feel fine. I'm actually not even starving, but I can't wait to eat. All right, I finally got this boiling, so let's time this for a few minutes. We'll take just a couple more minutes because we already had it simmering. All right, our next ingredients that we're gonna add is garlic. And I'm gonna do about 3 cloves of garlic. And this one tells me, if I can read it right, let's find it. I know it's on here somewhere unless I threw it away. Dang, I may have threw it off the top, I bet you I did. Because it tells you like a teaspoon, oh here it is. A half a teaspoon equals 1 garlic clove. So y'all know I love garlic, right? So if I'm supposed to use 3 garlic cloves, I'm gonna use a lot of this. Because I love garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that garlic in now so it can be cooking with this chicken broth. Look, I'm not even gonna measure it, I'm just putting it in there. If you're not a huge garlic fan, you might wanna measure yours out. You want about 3 cloves. Now I'm giving you the recipe based off 2 pounds of chicken. I've got 2 pounds of, that's probably enough. I got 2 pounds of chicken strips. The recipe I'm going to post for you later after I taste this is based off 1 pound of chicken, okay? So I'm just showing you what I'm doing tonight. You can get the recipe later and do it the way you want. Ooh, girls, I see garlic floating all up in this chicken, this chicken broth. All right, any other questions, any other comments? I'm so excited you guys are here, and I hope I'm helping you. If you ever receive great, simple, encouraging information, please share my videos. I want to reach out to people who need encouragement, someone who really needs to change their lifestyle, someone who needs to be a better version of themselves for their kids or their parents. You know, so many of us my age are starting to take care of their parents, and they feel so bad because they can't keep up. But it's because we're not taking care of ourselves. Like, we have to take care of ourselves before we can take care of someone else. So please share my videos if you feel encouraged or you feel like I can encourage someone else. Just press share and share away. I always am going to bring to you simple recipes that you can make very easily. Anyone can cook them. Your husband can cook them. Your kids can cook them. You can cook them. Super simple recipes, because that's how I cook, is simple. All right, this is looking really good. I don't know how long it's been. I did turn the heat up. That garlic is smelling good, y'all. Hey, Susan, how are you? I hope you've had a great day. It's Wednesday, guys. I love Wednesdays. I love Wednesdays as much as I love Mondays and Fridays. All right, let's see what comes next. We got our garlic. We got the chicken broth. Let's go ahead and put in a cup of heavy cream, a whole cup of heavy cream. Turn it around, I need to measure a cup. That wasn't a cup. Yum, this smells so good. Haley, you smell that garlic in there? Oh, Haley's sick. She can't smell anything. I don't know why I asked her that. She's all stopped up in there. She actually is home. She usually works at night, some extra hours. But she's home because she don't feel good. All right, 1 cup of heavy cream. We're adding to the chicken broth and the garlic. I'm going to keep letting this simmer for a minute before I add the next ingredients. I like to make it slow. Take it slow. Uh-oh, Mama's here. My baby brother's here. Y'all going to get to see my baby brother. Harley! Harley, come here, baby. What you doing, little boy? Oh, he gets so excited, y'all. That's my little baby brother. There's my mom and dad. Hey, y'all. So they're coming to check out the work in the backyard. It looks great. It looks so good. So I'm going to walk out there with them while this is simmering. Keep on rolling. Let me know what you are doing for dinner tonight. And if you have any questions.
Starving.
My mom says she's starving. She's starving. I've gone 60 hours no food and I ain't starving.
I'm really not starving. I just lied.
So I was just showing them. We're putting a retainer wall up with a grilling pad out here off my new back porch. And they're flattening out all that dirt over there so we can play games and stuff. It's going to be great. And we're going to do some yard work and landscaping around the yard. So we got lots to do. We're turning that shed into a bathroom. But it's going to be great. They're all out here just working so hard. I really appreciate these landscapers. They're doing a great job. And when it's finished, I will definitely send pictures so people can use them if you'd like to. They really have done a great job so far. Doing everything they told me they were going to do. So that's hard to find these days, I'm telling you. People lie, people cheat, people steal. Pitiful. All right. Enough of that. All right, we got some sauce cooking up here. It looks delicious. It smells amazing. I'm going to let it cook just a couple more minutes before we add our next ingredient, which is Parmesan cheese. All right, so we're going to add a whole cup of Parmesan cheese. And we also are going to add some lemon. Because it's a lemon Parmesan, right? So I'm going to cut this lemon. Where'd my scissors go? Oh, my knife. All right, I'm going to just slice this in 2, and we're going to squeeze right from it. It says to do 2 tablespoons for 2 pounds of chicken. Let me see if I can find a tablespoon. This is 2 tablespoons right here. So I'm just going to squeeze it right. I don't know if it's going to work. I might have to cut it. Oh, my baby brother over there. I'm so sweet, little Harley. All right, so I'm trying to squeeze about 2 tablespoons without just putting it in my skillet. I told Haley I was cooking this, and she said, I don't like lemon. I was like, yes, you like lemon. She said, no, I don't. And I said, well, you're sick. You ain't going to taste it anyway. You're going to drink. You're going to eat it. You act like I have COVID. I can taste it. I didn't say you couldn't taste. I said, when you had a cold, you can't taste. You're all stuffed up. Nothing tastes the same. Yum, y'all. This is going to be good. I just put 2 darn seeds in there. Oh, well. All right, I'm going to pour my lemon juice in. And then we're going to add a cup of Parmesan. We're done. This is so fast and easy. All right, about a cup of Parmesan. Ellie's mean. She don't like nobody getting attention. All right, cup of Parmesan. We're going to let this melt, and then it is good to go. We're going to pour this sauce over our chicken. I've got my oven on 400, and we're going to let this cook for about 15, 20 minutes in the oven, maybe even faster because I got chicken strips instead of thick chicken. Gosh, this looks so good. It smells so good, guys. I didn't put any salt and pepper or anything. This is a lemon-flavored Parmesan sauce. Look how good. I will post this recipe for you guys later after I taste, just to make sure I don't need to offer any suggestions of changes. Oh my goodness, it's so good. You crazy dogs. This is the most jealous dog ever. Hi, Harley. Hi, brother. That's my little brother right there, that black and white one.
Quit.
He's so precious. Oh, Harley. Him so pretty. You love Little Bit? You love Little Bitty? Okay, I know y'all don't hear. I know y'all don't watch him play. I do. All right, this sauce is looking good. Now you can cook this for a little while longer to get as thick as you want it. You know, heavy cream, if you cook it, it gets thicker. If it doesn't get thick like you want it, then you can always add a little bit of xanthan gum. I don't like xanthan gum. I don't like the way it makes the texture of my food. So I will cook this until it gets a little bit thicker, because look, when I pick it up, it just looks like water. I want it to be a little thicker. So I'm gonna cook this for a couple of minutes. The next steps, guys, before I end this, because this is live, if I keep you on here until it's complete, you're going to be on here for an hour. So the next steps, I'm going to pour this sauce over the chicken and put this chicken in my oven on 400 for about 15-20 minutes till the chicken's done. When it comes out, I'm going to have me some rice zoodles, rice zucchini. What I'm doing is taking my zucchini with a cheese grater into my skillet with some butter, salt and pepper, little heavy cream, little Parmesan. Okay, so Parmesan rice zucchini on a bed, or that's gonna be my bed with the chicken Parmesan on top. So it's gonna be absolutely delicious, I hope. I will send you the recipe after I taste it when the meal is done. Since my parents are here, I'm gonna jump off and go visit. I hope you guys have an awesome night. And if I can help you in any way, please let me know. Bye.